Hello and welcome back to the game on Arena 1v1 between DracKeN and Villese. DracKeN playing in... that's teal! Not his usual color, not purple, as the Magyars, and Villese is playing in red as the Mongols. Could be interesting. We do see light cav opening for Magyars, for DracKeN, against Spearman opening for the Mongols. No scouts, just the barracks. Interesting approach, and obviously 3 TCs, main stone, main gold safe in the back. Very nice for Villese. And he's probably going to try to go for Mangudai, because that's what you want to do in this matchup. For me, the question is, what can Magyars do? You definitely want to go Magyars, as they fully upgraded don't cost any gold, and if you can keep your castles up and go for that unit, beautiful. Also, heavy cav archers is an option. Not quite sure about the siege and trash options for Magyars. It looks like if you allow Mongols to go for Mangudai, it could be really tough for you. For now, both players are trying to grab as many relics as possible. You can see it here that Monk is actually able to push the light cav away, and now it's actually going down. DracKeN not paying attention, but I think he got at least 2, possibly 3 relics. Actually, that's 3 for him, very nice. So his investment in the light cav probably paid off at least a little bit. He's going for TC number 4 here, on the wood line in the back. Map not really looking too beautiful for DracKeN, but the main stone and the main gold are safe in the back, so that's alright. And that's TC number 5. Holy crap, what is happening here? That's 5 TCs for DracKeN. Is Villese actually also booming on 5 TCs, or is it just going to be 5 TCs for each player? Interesting to see that both players are pretty much doing the same here. We also have the castle coming up for Villese. Very interesting to see that he's going for the castle early on. But I guess the Mangudai numbers do matter a little bit more compared to the early Imperial Age, which is not really necessary in this game. I guess both players know it. Stable coming up to definitely get husbandry and bloodlines for the Mangudai. Villese is possibly producing Mangudai already. Yes, he's just starting, and it's not going to be long before he's clicking up to Imperial Age. He's actually first, despite the fact that he is on, what is that, 15 more villagers, something like that, 10 to 15 more with the second castle on the way. So that was a really nice boom. Villese definitely knows how to boom. I remember a game with him like 23 plus 0, 4 TCs, something like that. In any event, Ballista Elephants to defend against the push. That was really funny to see. Villese, definitely one of the better macro players on Arena, maybe one of the best, I don't know. I cannot judge that. Both players on the way up, and we have archer ranges getting up for DracKeN here. Arbalest, that's an option for him. Cav Archer is an option for him. Is he producing anything? Actually, Cav Archer production starting. So with recurve bow, they have a really nice damage output with their extra range. And Mangudai should be stronger, but it's easier to master Cav Archers. Looks like DracKeN with bad luck here, not getting any conversion. And Villese, of course, is starting to patrol the map and is saying, I have map control. I can try to do some damage. I can take extra stone on the map, which is so important for the Mongols here. Like for DracKeN, stone is not that important. He would like to get some Magyars out, I think, but he doesn't really rely on castles too heavily. As for Villese, he definitely needs the Mangudai. Without Mangudai, I think this game could be over, but DracKeN won't be able to get any trebuchets close to these 2 castles, and that's actually a nice idea for Villese. Getting the castles to the back of his base where they won't get attacked early on, so you definitely have the production that you need for the Mangudai. And then the 3rd castle is not even outside, but it's inside his base, somewhat covering the gold. And the Mangudai looking strong already. Cav Archers on the field. That's 9 attacks, 7 range. That's the same for both units, but looks like Villese has Elite Mangudai now done, and more upgrades, because there was more pierce armor. With the Elite Mangudai upgrade done, you definitely need to go back. You don't have the numbers, and Elite Mangudai just a lot stronger. 70 HP for the Cav Archers. They need to be heavy Cav Archers, and I think DracKeN should be able to get that really soon. Doesn't have a lot of gold, and he's going for recurve bow actually, not going for heavy Cav Archers yet. I guess the other upgrades are actually more important. We have Villese taking more extra stone. This is for free at this point in the game because he has map control, and grabbing that much stone is going to give him such a big advantage. There's castle number 4 coming up, and that's at 33-34 minutes. Double Siege Workshop, Mangudai numbers looking good. He's got 31 military units against only 12 from DracKeN. Boom from Villese, really strong. And the Cav Archers now 6 plus 5 attack, which is really nice, and 4 plus 4 range, giving a total of 8, 6 pierce armor. But Elite Mangudai, yeah, they're shooting faster. They're, I think they are they moving faster even? And it just seems like that unit is stronger. But heavy Cav Archers from Magyars, don't underestimate them. Should be really interesting. We have economy upgrades coming in. Heavy Cav Archers on the way. This is just normal Cav Archers. I think the attack should not change. 10 more HP. Not quite sure about the armor. Oh, 1 more melee armor, and actually 7 plus 5 attack. So 8 plus 4, 7 plus 5. Really nice to see that actually heavy Cav Archers from Magyars have the same damage output apparently. Of course, Elite Mangudai have the bonus against Siege, and we do see Onager production starting here for Villese against the upcoming Heavy Cav Archers. Makes a lot of sense here. No players attacking yet. They're both waiting to get their army numbers up, I imagine. Light Cav on the field here. I would love to see DracKeN go with a few castles and a few Elite Magyar Hussars, but he has only one of these, and I guess that was mainly for recurve bow. It's not happening. At the same time, it's Villese who's going for the Siege Orange upgrade, and allowing your opponent to go Siege Oranges and Elite Mangudai, that's actually quite ambitious. Let's find out if we can get any big fight in the next few seconds and minutes. What is that? That's also the drill upgrade for Villese, is that correct? Somewhere in the back of these castles to make the siege rams Ferraris and pretty much the siege archers too, moving so fast. Then castle coming up now on the side here for DracKeN, but he's realizing, okay, my opponent already took the extra stone, no more for me, and that means not so many castles for DracKeN. He's taking his own second stone, he has stables forward, he's got heavy cav archers fully upgraded, and the numbers not looking bad for him. Oh, both players actually on roughly 60 military numbers. DracKeN has more, he's starting to raid with the hussars, attacking villages and the extra gold, making Villese set the Mangudai to the south here. And if DracKeN can attack on the north now, where a castle from Villese is not getting built yet, let's see if he's actually going to do this. Could be a nice attack for him. What's that other upgrade for the Magyars? I actually don't remember. Corvinian army. Not quite sure what that does, to be honest. Is it the one where... yeah, that must be the one you where you get Elite Magyar Hussars for no gold. That makes sense. Corvinian army. And is the production starting yet? Don't see it. So probably Hussars first here, and maybe later on we do see Elite Magyar Hussars. Against Siege Onagers, they would be so good because they also have a bonus against Siege. Elite Magyar Hussar upgrade on the way. Very nice to see. But again, only 2 castles. This is dangerous because you want to have 3 or 4 to get the production going. Villese, a lot of wood, food in the bank. Not so much else, but enough stone for yet another castle. There's castle number 3 coming up for DracKeN, and nice attempt of a siege archer shot. Looks like the Hussars actually dodging these, and now that one was better. But the Hussars trying to take down a few of these siege archers. Heavy cav archers following up, but you cannot really get close to these. They have 9 range, and you don't want to lose heavy cav archers in that big of a group against, like, what's that, 6 siege archers. Castles soon to be finished, more Hussars on the field. Villese though with a big score lead, 1k score and more in the lead. Siege ram on the way for him, and he's also transitioning into Hussars apparently, which makes sense. Castle coming up on the side, covering the extra gold, and that's castle number, I don't know how many Villese has. That one, I guess he forgot about this one, but he has 3 inside his base. That's number 4, 5 then, and potentially castle number 6. Ooh, another fight in the middle. Elite Mangudai getting attacked by Hussars. Oh, mainly it's the elite and the siege archers, and a few Elite Magyar Hussars in the mix. 10 plus for attack, 105 HP, that's a really nice unit, but you need to get close, and that's quite tough if you don't have the numbers. The Elite Mangudai numbers are very good for Villese, and he's microing these 54 in total now. There's the Ferraris with 6 siege rams, 7 siege archers, and a ton of Elite Mangudai. You're in a very well prepared spot to take fights here, and now Villese is moving to the south because he realizes there's a castle that really doesn't have a lot of guards, and with Elite Mangudai covering that siege army, you really have a strong force. So this castle could go down really, really quick. We have villagers on the go, so DracKeN could try to react and try to get rid of the siege rams, but look at that castle. That's losing HP so fast, and the army cannot get close because DracKeN would have to go through his base, which he cannot really afford right now. Siege archers always standing behind. Ooh, big shot happening from the siege archers. Castle going down so damn fast, and that's the problem now for DracKeN, because losing castle means doesn't have as many Elite Magyar Hussars. He can add in normal Hussars, but really no comparison here. And we have the Elite Mangudai getting micro by Villese. He's with such good micro control, unit control here. Very good micro, and the siege rams now approaching the walls on the gate. Oh, sorry for that. And taken down to actually maybe try and go for the relics. That would be interesting. Siege archers so dangerous, and that's the thing. Siege against no siege. You can see it here, Mangudai and siege for the Mongols. That's such a strong composition. And the heavy cav archers, they are strong, but it looks like with the siege archers as backup, they cannot really do a lot. And those few Elite Magyar Hussars, they're falling way too fast. You need like 20 of them. You need to go around and attack them from the other side. Instead, we have Villese moving forward with the siege rams, taking down a lot of buildings here. The monastery will be next. That means 3 relics going down, and DracKeN will be cut off his long-term gold source. We also have 25 villagers left on gold for DracKeN, so it's not a big problem at this point. But we're only 44 minutes into the game. Looks like Villese with a big advantage here. DracKeN is trying to defend. Now he's got elite Magyars on those siege rams, which means they are going to fall quite fast. Still, Villese doing the damage, and that's so important here because Villese has the momentum of the attack. He is sending in more siege units, and they're not getting like sniped or anything. Indeed, Mangudai numbers are getting lower, but there's still 37, 36 of them, and that means he still has firepower. He still has a threat here, and of course the siege archers are able to take down so many enemy units. Look at this, that's a big grave of heavy cav archers. We have 51 military units against 17 on 19, 20. That's almost triple. Now it's triple what DracKeN has, and it looks like Villese got the better civilization for himself and a very nice boom into a really strong attack here. Now DracKeN is not in a position to give up here because 140 population is quite okay, but he is very low in gold, 16 and no gold miners. So maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he should just resign the game. It's Dark Noob is a delight. He's got Dark Noob in his name, so he's gonna fight on, I guess. But what do you do against this? And Villese, let's look at his gold count. 176 he's spending, but he's also got 19 villagers on gold. And that means a lot of gold still coming in. 5k food in the bank, and I'm not sure is he transitioning into Hussars? Yes, now the Hussars are coming in. 126 villagers moving forward, siege rams following up. Elite Mangudai is still strong, and he's still got 37 of them. He's also producing these, I imagine. And like this, DracKeN is defending at least. Like he's holding that line, but he won't be able to grab these relics. And there's the monastery, but you don't even have enough gold for a monk. And right now it doesn't really make sense to go for that. He's got enough stone for a castle, but what do you do with this? Maybe you should sell the stone. We have now Villese moving forward to grab gold, and you know it's over when you have that army in your base and not enough military units to defend against this. So Villese with a very, very convincing victory, beautiful build, and a very, very strong attack. That's how Mongols should be played, I guess. And if you allow Mongols to go for Elite Mangudai and siege, yeah, so help you God, it's going to be a tough day for you. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.